But there's more to ECI, and DL6 is definitely involved in it. And the last moments of the case, we found out that the caretaker was, forgot his name, but he was involved in DL6. Edgeworth, not satisfied with the trial, decided to say, hey, I'm guilty of the DL6 case that happened 15 years ago. And now we are in the defendant lobby, waiting for a judge to collect their thoughts and call us back in, which is always not going to end well. I'll be honest. Other stuff happened. You have to check out the previous session if you want to see it, but that's the recap of most of what's happened. But let's get back into it. We cliffhang like we did yesterday, and well, we'll have to wait for next week because the scheduled game for the week is the Axon file. So if we cliffhang, we cliffhang. But for now, let's just ride and go along with it. That's what I would say. Let's ride. Alright. Just wasted all your effort. To Edgeworth. Just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? Didn't want to believe myself, detective. But truth deserved to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. Eh? What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. Sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? I mean, Nani? Just a dream, not real. Truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tie your belts. Our fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? Mission. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, room number 3. Now then, I would like to resume my trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let's begin by hearing his testimony. Then, don't point us, the defense due to cross-examining. Statute of limitation of the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. See, the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Karma. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will a witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That would be the key. Only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. The L6 incident. I admit, I feel weird cross-examining Edgeworth of all people, but we're here now. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. Terrible scream. I read it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Same claim Mr. Yogi made. Very well. Mr. Wright, cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Von Karma again. Hey, Odie. We've gone from we prove Edgeworth was innocent of the current case to we are now in a case involving the DL6 incident that Edgeworth just said he's guilty to. I do smell my contradiction now, but I need a press regardless. What was the trial your father was involved in that day? With whom? Who shot whom on a boat? We learned that it was not on the boat the incident took place. It actually took place in the boat rental place. And we did solve that case. It turned out that Yogi, I forget the full name, but Yogi, who was in the DL6 incident, he was apparently involved in that. He shot Hammond at the boat shop. He disguised himself as Hammond. He fired a gun twice at the boat in the middle of the lake. And he pretty much just fell off the boat. He made it seem like Edgeworth was the murderer, but he didn't kill anyone on the boat. The murder was done before, murder was done 25 minutes before the incident on the boat. So that's what happened, pretty much. And now we're in DL6 territory because Yogi, Hammond, Edgeworth were all involved in that, and we're trying to prove Edgeworth's innocent on this one. I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. Don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. The L6 incident, the recap version, Edgeworth, Hammond, and Gregory Edgeworth, Edgeworth's father, were trapped in an elevator during the events of a case that happened 15 years ago, and somewhere along the way, they all got oxygen deprived, a gun was involved, and we don't know who murdered who. We know that Gregory died, but we don't know who shot the gun. That's what we're trying to prove. Now you're all caught up in what happened last session. Last session. Better word to say in my life today. So there were 3 people, including yourselves, trapped in the elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. Forgot his first name, but yeah, that's the dude that we found out was guilty for the lake murder. We were fine at first. But then as time passed and no one came to help. Also, hold on, I just realized I left my water on the table behind me. Give me 1 sec. I was like, there's something I'm missing. Oh, the water's not where it's supposed to be to grab. There we go. I lost the composure, started to argue. So, what did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared. I was in the corner. Then... So, what was it? A pistol. I assumed it was a bailiff beyond the yogis. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But it was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. I have an idea though. Gun fired once. Yes. I think where I threw it, lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. Gunshot and that horrible scream. A scream? Single gunshot. I'm gonna remember that fact. To this day. Yes. Practically hear it now. Doubt I'll ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. Don't know what it means. Better find out and quick. Oh, I feel like an idiot. I didn't look at what... I never looked at the case notes itself. Well, good thing I figured out what I have to look at the case summary. Flush of deprived, trapped from the elevator, returning was lost. About with son. One bullet was... Oh, there it is. One bullet was found in the heart, but the murder weapon was fired twice. I smell a contradiction. Or barely trapped in the elevator at the edge where his memory lost due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Yeah, I smell a contradiction. I'm gonna save anyway because this trial has been entirely bull because of Von Karma and his challenges he keeps on eating at us. But I get to eat evidence finally. Objection. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. And then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. And no, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Don't accept this evidence, as you can tell us what page it's on. Bloody hell. Good thing I looked at it. Victim data. Well, put the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Not once, twice. Miles Ashworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. First shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was it perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we did not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. Nani? See. Do you have a point? Is it right? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case? Yes, of course. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. Nani? Possible. Now, Mr. Brown Karma. If you're surprised for after you've seen the evidence. Fair Master Wright, show us your proof. Well, that's obviously the first shot. I tell us this, I just want to make sure real quick. Bullet found twice, the murder weapon was fired twice. I could think of one thing. Take that. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves two shots are fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Like I said, I smell a contradiction. Also, take that. It should be obvious the contradiction's here. I see. Bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, two shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, you must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright? Who could that someone else be? Murderer, of course. Knew I should have stepped in for your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright. Look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary. On page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. Does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet doesn't exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is a single bullet fired. Wright had to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. Nani? Looks like I was wrong. Nick? The second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edward declared innocent. Sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. Thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. Ow. I was wrong to think it could be that simple. The case has stood unsolved for 15 years. I'll tell you about, you are indeed first this time. Congratulations. Nick. I'll say, yeah, we're in the middle of an existential crisis. It's fine. Well, it seems that we finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No. Do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He accepted the guilt. Very well. Statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Been here before. Just like my first day in court. So many things I know I should be saying. Mine's gone blank. I find the words. Mr. Wright? Objection. Your Honor. I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, what grounds do you object, Nick? I don't know, its case is perfect. No. Ugh. Must exist. Second bullet. Huh? Nani? What did you just say? Nothing. Second bullets must exist. But where? Someone took it. James Wanning's not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. Nani? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. Really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But Ooh. The murderer. The murderer? Tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Yeah. First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? I know saying it's probably not gonna help me, but I feel like there would have to be a need because that bullet is the only thing that links the second shot. So I think they would have to find the bullet, right? Of course there's a need, that's why they took it. Also, what reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene of the crime. Well, maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, and they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Right. I'm not gonna accept the penalty for this because that's a dumb answer. I mean, not a dumb answer, but like, it's like a loaded question. I feel like they would want it, but the game says no, they wouldn't want it. Then again, I did think like 3 steps ahead when I thought the photo would have been relevant, so very much up par for the course. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. It's strong, Mr. Wright. The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. I don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? Murder? What's it mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Also, I recognize that flash, by the way. That totally is Mia. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... Instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that really happened? Maybe what? Well, what if that's really what happened? Alright, so let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder themselves was shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that would be how it works, yeah. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fought inside the elevator. Fighting inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the bin inside. Tonight, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping yet, and I deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Ercher himself dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. Took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, unusual event for the man. That was the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. He was Von Karma. Oh man. Nothing wrong, Mr. Knight. You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you've indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I come out and say it now? The game was gonna be trolling me with this. I'm gonna save, of course. If there's any other time to be said, it has to be now, probably. Your Honor, there was a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who's your suspect? The... Hands are shaking. The what? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? Prosecutor, the one standing right over there? You don't object? I see no need. My Honor's ridiculous outburst of my objection. Because he took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yeah, you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor to operate on me. Have him testify. Nick? Let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. Probably didn't undergo surgery. Dad would leave a doctor as a witness. It is that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? Insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull out bullets out by yourself. Wait. What does that mean? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Hoodie. Like I said, we're dealing with a perfectionist, and if Von Karma was a perfectionist, he wouldn't leave a witness stating that they took a bullet out of his arm or wherever he got shot at. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Wow, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? I have an idea. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. And Nani? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... I was thinking that when I still had the metal detector this entire time. And now I get to finally yeet something into space. Take that. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery to do an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. Eh? You don't mean... I do. There's a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We can use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma. I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Yeah, it's the first time I actually see him sweat. He is not amused. Well, not amused, but we have him right where we want him, I should say. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Objection. Statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know. We have to give it a shot. Gotcha. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. Bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. So, I remained quiet and silent. Eh? Indeed, there's a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. Nani? I was shot on the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. Explain that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Of course he would. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. Because you took it out of the records from yesterday. With no proof, not convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Karma. You slipped up. I have one of your cards. Nani? You were close. Stay away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. Nani? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Take that. That's... a bullet? Where did you get that? This is a bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. Not bullets fired from a gun are marked with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapons fired a bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets, and if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve the case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma. Sorry, I couldn't resist. That scream. Heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Right, dispatch back again. I'd voice acted it again, but we did this 3 times already in the past session, so I'll spare the details for this. Gun gets heated. Gun gets shot. So that's what happened. He got shot and he screamed out in pain. That scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Edgeworth, only you would dare defy me. So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I will bury you, bare hands. "15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor. Sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. It's careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I covered for you in the past, but not this time. Yeah. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. It was pitch black. Lights was gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed a button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. Horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, the soul lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Archer was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. Nani? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As he said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty. Victory confetti. Now I feel good about this one. By the gods. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Karma looked even paler than usual. Pretending to be all cool, but inside he crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close though. I was sure we've had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try, thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at that sort of thing. Got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Ooh, whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. Who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gunshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been at 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Hey, Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Edgeworth's your favorite character in the series? I mean, he's grown even though we're still... Even though we're pretty much still rivals, I guess. Sort of. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You went to stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let's let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you gonna do now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. Again, we're trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? Too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Yeah. It's over, Nick. And life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kiance. She going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Also, bro. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes. Here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry, bud, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. It's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think it'll be fun, Larry. Right? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38 worth. Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Oh. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. No. Larry, was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. Nani? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was so bored he came to school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there. The rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying he did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, a little too well. Right? You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. If something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. This sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations is run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. Well, there you have it. Ugh. So, where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of a insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. Death sentence for both of you. If only I could not work today. If only I had known, I would have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. I want to switch, right? Hey, Al. Line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. After that, dinner on me. It's how the country took us out in the town that night. Celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Cole offices. Well, I think I went a little overboard yesterday. Yeah, my head hurts. Yeah, it's the only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep? What's this? Letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? First train for the mountains has already left. The station. Guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick? Maya? So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And you could do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Hold it. Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sis? Yes, I only heard her voice, but still. I was at the very end when I thought we lost everything. Well, that's my sis for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you're the one who stopped Von Parma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything, Baka. All I did was wander around in the daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that he helped. Evidence? Yeah? Huh? Sorry, Nick. I don't understand. It's okay. You don't have to try and cheer me up. But one day I'll come back and be useful. I promise. So, this is it. See you soon. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. To be honest, I was thinking show her a picture of her mom to show that she's grown, but apparently that didn't happen. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. Say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now, a new story begins. Same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. I've got a bad feeling about this. Objection. Yep, indeed it was, and I guess that was the end. I was thinking there'd be more to this, because I feel like there was more to the case. Hey pal, Mr. Ashford came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop. But yeah. Then he hung his head low and went back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? And it was a bullet that Von Karma hid. Well. Oh. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Yeah? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Again, bruh. I'm glad I didn't wait till next week to clear this up, but I guess that's it for this case. I mean, this game. Dude, right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy, you know. Not doing well, but sort of taught him everything he knows. He's lying, of course. Sorry. I thought there'd be more to the first game, but I guess there were just 4 cases now. It's just at the tail end of finishing this game off. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney with whom I worked for that F did for, yes. Oh, you should know. Taking over management of the Greatwater Hotel recently. If you be in the area, please stop by. I get my whereas in this game after we're done with all this. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Yes, my understory, was it not? Wonder how he's doing. Seen him of late. The days of my youth. The scent of the fresh lemon, you see. But anyway, I'll get my worst in this game after we get to the end of credits, because it seems like I'm gonna be voice acting every 3 seconds. Phoenix Wright. Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Of course. And back to the piss face first. I remember you, old bag. I at least liked their character toward the end, but at the beginning, I'm pleased to announce that the Pink Princess was a hit. Her owner at Phoenix read a great deal. Oh, and I keep my face out of the public eyes until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know? I like this hairstyle. Voice acting the guy, different story. I like the opposite of what he looks like. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounded like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says you can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? I still like the samurai case. I think it was my favorite of the 4 we've settled. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. Alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. And I was shocked for a boy of my tender age. Baka. Yeah, I remember, right? The lawyer guy. Me. I'm training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? This behind him there's a ghost. For real, that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. But I got distracted. Even threw me in here. Cool. Okay, there's more. Episode 5, something something. Yeah, I guess there's more, so I get to hold on my thoughts for a while longer. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. I must be very hungry. I couldn't resist. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, till the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright & Cold offices. Sorry, am I still thinking that we're done, but we're not? Apologies, I'm a little bit scatterbrained right now. Why do I come into the office every day? Not like I want to work. I think what name a voice for this person. There you are. Where have you been? This is trials tomorrow. Oh, we haven't used I's voice, so I guess I'll give it to her, I guess. Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. Famous detective attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So, you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgewood murder case? And yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgewood who was murdered, though. It's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. Sorry, but I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you have to try elsewhere. Please. I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. My sister. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Where's Curiosities? Vaccine's again at the hotel across the way. You sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. They're even less now that I stopped taking cases. You know what? Sure. See, this is my attorney's badge. Ah, well, never seen a real one before. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. Doesn't appear any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale yet. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, Nani? Only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So, what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. But ready to do my job. At my age, no less. Pray another future professional in training. So, what's this about a case? Is it the trial tomorrow? Sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife, wouldn't? So it's a murder case? I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific act. And there's a witness? Just talk to her. I have to talk to her. Right. Suppose I will. I was trying to bring me a fake, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. So it's good to have a goal. But a very unusual one. I believe an investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Can't fault her lack of enthusiasm. This case is handled scientifically, where my sister's name will be cleared. You're a sister? I've been doing research here now. Developing a new scientific method of case investigating. I'll show you when I'm done. Guess I should get down to the detention center and just talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Bay person was a few years below her in school. My mouth is just real dry after the previous sessions, so apologies. So they went to the same school. Yeah. He always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess there is more of a woman's name than a man's. Now it's nice for you to help your sister out like this. Must be close. Yeah? Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Yeah? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? I died in a car accident when I was little. Oh. Sorry. Oh, only have one place to go, so let's go. February 22nd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. What's wrong with Emma? She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Me? I mean, funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory's failing. Look. Didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. Has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters. One a lawyer. A coincidence. Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Wow, Mr. Wright. Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? Crime took place yesterday, February 21 at 5:15 p.m. It's quite specific. I was in the witness's position. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? I see. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Oh. What? Nani? Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means... the police department will consider a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means to disposal to do so. It gets worse and worse with everything I hear, with everything I learned. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. Awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible that you wouldn't. Anna? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. I'm supposed to defend this. And to change the subject. Wait. She was in a class ahead of me, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her. Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although he seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey. I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Anna was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, no way you can take this case. Done. But Nana. Sorry, my mind's like conflicted because I want to give Emma like Yuki-chan's voice, but I sort of can't because I sort of want to give it to Lana instead. I'll figure it out eventually. Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. Huh? I know you didn't do, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. Possibly. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you request my service as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. The client has confessed, after all. Case is over. Right. Do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yeah. But something doesn't fit. That look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. I'm gonna find out what. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. Maybe I could give them both it, but have like their own little variants of it, possibly. Again, still working on it. On the voice acting part. Just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. He's changed a lot. He used to be so gentle, always smiling. But he liked her. Me. Sorry, but I'm just having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. Thinking maybe she... Well... Maybe not. That is something that defies a simple scientific explanation. Now let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. The fact that they both look the same and the wording just makes you suspicious, but we'll get to the bottom of this, I'm sure. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is a log where it all happened. I think they're still investigating. One of my first visits to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. What are you thinking? Well, they're gonna be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. No, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I have to stand out too much here, see? Partner? For a second I was thinking gum syrup, but no. Well, what do we have here? The Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranches up to no good. Those gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's go strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, but a load of evidence. Fixing a mess up with us? You'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams cacti out of the desert dream want to? What's this guy talking about? You're heading along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Eh? Was that, hombre a friend of yours? Kinda, sorta, yeah. He's a detective. He's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Okay, there's two parts to this area, right? Well, I'm pretty sure it's the murder scene, but let's check this side first. This is where the cars leave the lot. Air on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha. Theory of relativity. Nani? I've gotta write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Sure, that was his name. I thought this was the Imperialism the Trail, not Imperialism X Sci-Fi X Wild West. I've learned to just accept it with a smile and just move on. I mean, to be fair, the Gumshoe was like old Nor, I think it was Nor, like black and white, East, like Chicago style, detective, so I thought it was something like that, but sure, all the crossovers for this one. Like a stylish glass walled room. Very nice. Get a whole parking lot from in here. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yes, that must be it. Check it out later. I hate to break to you, it's probably just a security guard office. Oh. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. But I don't have a test for common sense. Look, a door. That must mean something. Not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. Mysterious lock. Better see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? See that. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait. What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What are we doing? I just found his wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. Don't believe it. It's really basic. Anything in the crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? That's like death to me. Foldable wallet found the crime scene. Oh, something inside, you say. All the duty are ready, and then my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examine the evidence in detail, okay? By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence very carefully from all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle. I mean, it's a wallet. I wouldn't know how a wallet works. Not like you can zoom and rotate. I see something in there. Again, it's a wall. I'm pretty sure I know how it works, right? This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 484-2189. See? Well, is scientific investigating useful? Yes, so don't know what science has to do with it. Be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. No, guess I gotta be my toes from now on. Aha, a ladder. That's a step ladder. Well, what's the difference? Scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? It's the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. Well, it seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. Can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? Babbling about. Hey, what did you just say? You can hear just fine. The phone's broken. This wall is in our way. Got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. Be able to see how it makes any difference either way. I feel like Emma's a glass half... like a glass half full sort of person. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Oh, the drum over there is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. Nani, I'm not suspicious. Oh, I see this. Well, no time to waste. Let's go hunting for clues. Wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Sheriff. Like I said before, this here is our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ew, scary. Did you just tell me us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, little Philly's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides a red Mustang with a body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. No time for fiddles. Anyway. Get you down to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a Sylvester you like. Prosecutor's office? I think he is, and will win for that matter. With the South, Vittles, Saloon, Sylvester. Maybe we should check out room 1212, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. Look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Great, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me, were you two all set? Yes. Oh, different person. What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? The crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. New way of doing business. Serious influence to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Now that's hardly a way to greet someone. You know, my days with the Kappa Queen are over. Kappa, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. Quite connected to this case, you see. Images are burned to your eyes, you might say. Yes, all the store's secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. Stabbing of the detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, hop between. Tell us what happened. Name is Angel Star. You're forgetting it. But before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Ew, she means it. That's cool and all. I wasn't examining the car if I talked to you. No. Never mind, I'll get the option to look at the car. Fine. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was gonna happen. Just like I know the daily special on Fridays every week with salmon. Destiny was yesterday special for some reason. You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil one who haunts its den of inequality. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. Yesterday paid homage to the most evil one of all. Gave me a award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So, she's saying there was some sort of prosecutor's convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace her lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence to this, evil? Young miss? Knock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough of Queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Brutally devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really? What? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see, Lana's guy willed that wife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing her to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean he saw the very moment of the crime? Down of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rid of beak of Lana's knife. Wait a sec, you know Lana's guy? Of course. Quite a feat, become chief prosecutor. How many lunchballs of sins did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Wait, I just want to check real quick. Still have Edgeworth, still have Gumshoe. Emma Sky, age 16, high school junior, self-styled scientific investigator. Client, sister of Lana Sky. Lana Sky, age 29, defendant, chief prosecutor for the district, wounded on her right hand. Angel Star, age 31, mysterious lunch lady, witness to the murder, known as the Cough Queen. I don't know what it means, but That's your title, I guess. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? Come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxes are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? Also, I just noticed a little rice bowl. I'm not sure the name of the things, but the things that are like on top on our hat. Nice touch. Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. And you can only tell someone who has tried Jano Cell's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. Don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. Your boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass wall booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop by to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So the scientific analyze the data available so far. You, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. So, did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. The bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kinda like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Heard Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientific speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was a lunch vendor, but now I'm not sure. Well, only one place to go, so office we go. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Oh, so I see the Steel Samurai in the back. I understand the reference. Cool. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Why did it change from your office, really? Thanks. Look, the trophy or something here. The trophy? What, that shield? Takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office is, he must be a real stuck-up jerk. I'm gonna take a guess, and that's Edgeworth. And if I'm wrong, then well, I'm wrong. Phoenix Wright, you never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Well, it was either that or... It was either a Gumshoe, and I really doubt Gumshoe up here, so... Take a shot. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Yeah? Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Right, sister's a chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, you're known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No? Did I... No? It was just Mr. Wright here, he... Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? The body was found in his nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? Not your car? Say one thing, Charity can scream. Let's check the room out first. Wow, jacket's even lacier than its usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. Never seen him wear it. There's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be nodding, take a picture? Getting way too excited about this. Wait, so this is Edgar's office? I thought this was, her sister's office. I mean, Emma's sister's office. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. Kidding. Here's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. Excited. Dying Steel Samurai. Wow. I want one. Yeah. Something weird on the bottom of his foot. You know, rock in a hard place. Wendy. Wendy, is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? Oh, that Wendy. I was like, what? Oh, right. Old peg. I guess Edward still has a fan. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Oh. I thought that was Edward that said that. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. Exquisitely splendid concoction. Is there such a thing as taking a hobby too far? More of a hobby person myself, honestly. Whoa. These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Andrew wasn't good at fights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Must study his case report so closely. So cool. I'm gonna see if he saw sweating bullets up the ladder. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not sure of my chess, but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights is surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are melted knights. Swords have really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. It reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. It's nothing. A work desk. Quite tidy as one might expect. But a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. All show well I can see my own reflection. Yeah. Honest Vu. Maybe I'll take that name tag as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. I'm wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that means... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that. Didn't decide a thing. King of Prosecutors. Kinda like Employee of the Month, only better. sofa. I feel like maybe you want to just curl up and take a nap. What a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess he would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. I can't resist looking around. Let's actually chat. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. Think I did it, didn't you? You went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait. No, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir. I'm Sky. It's nice to meet you again. Now that didn't sound forced at all. And now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. I think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. Surprising still. Being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I understand. Nani? What did you say? Atlantis Sky is the chief prosecutor. The top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? You're Edgeworth. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Well, it's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimonies, legal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm responsible for the current incident. Nani? Crazy. People need very little excuse to think ill of others. The fact of life, possible to stop. But don't even go so far as to present me with toys like this. I think it's funny. Also, I think that's the first time I've seen Edgeworth smile the entire time. Toys? Run shield. Gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sai? Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right. Remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. Guess I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, she's not the warmest person. But I'm sure she feels some responsibility for you. And then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, he stabbed him with a knife. Nani? Mr. Edgeworth? Your knife was a murder weapon? Be specific, it was a knife I kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Murder weapon usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Can you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Okay. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? Take that foolish grin elsewhere, Wright. You lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Yeah? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive this broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. Been there, haven't you? Where Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I have more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Nothing to be concerned about is a word for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask them more about yesterday? I'm actually gonna pause real quick. I need to grab some water because my bottle is almost dry, so be back in a sec. I won't run any pre-ads or anything, I'll just switch the scene over, so be back soon. Alright, I'm back. Apologies. Grab my camera, my headphones, and turn the page. I think part of me just feels off because, again, I was expecting it to be the end of the game, and I usually don't stream on Mondays in the first place, so let's ask more questions, shall we? So, can you tell me more about about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? According to the police department, we sort of found all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wrapping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when he got that shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. Got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Miss Ezra pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh, a little parking stub, right. Enter lot at 5:12 p.m. This is a parking stub for the underground lot. Well, the murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back? What, right? I'd appreciate if you direct a suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but this is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Report? What? Do you find new evidence in this case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. Don't name of that kind, sir. Not on this report, sir. It just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? Made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but, sir? Just following orders, sir, or told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your argument with us. Give me your name. Yeah, yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. Good luck with that race next month. Sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day that gave out praise, and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. Right now he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that police patrolman just now. Go down to the police department and ask more there. Thanks. Seems like he seems to have finally calmed down at least. Back to the lot. And I guess to the police department. February 22nd, police department entrance. Yeah, we're finally here. But why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. It took almost 30 minutes by taxi and traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only been to criminal affairs next door. Huh? Hold on, what's that? It's disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, no. This is Blue Badger. Trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright. You know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. At the Blue Badger, who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he's noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Typically, why were you dancing over there? What, well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. A chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Curiosity. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this fresh, Detective Gumshoe? You two together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. Battery power so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dance until the batteries die. Or Blue Badger, ready to dance until he drops. Work of art designed by the chief detective and created by Detective Gumshoe. The usual one posters are hanging up on the bulletin board there. You know this face? If you do, dial 911. No, Mr. Wright. I always thought it was kind of funny. Never seen anyone who looks like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. Well, she has a point. I always get excited when it comes to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I jumped into a movie. Yeah. You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, don't know if it's all that exciting. Sure it is. I mean, just look at those two officers over there. Probably talking about the latest bust. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Van here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. My slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. Don't think it's that kind of campaign. But family wouldn't want to stay at home. Good for finding out who's stuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure it out without the extra help. That's right. Do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. Panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. The patrol car and it came to me. You just been to the zoo, see? What about zebras, or did they not have those at your zoo? Romance saluting the other guy. Must be a detective. Then, no. And then I said, hey, you do that, you're super good cool, buddy. It's hilarious, sir. Laughed so hard I cried. Guess he wasn't saluting, he was writing tears from his eyes. Make a good pair. Guys in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Alright, I guess let's chat then. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. Better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Yeah? Well, it's just as the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says he summoned the detectives to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa. Chief Prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate the case very carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe? What'd you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranking people are being led into criminal affairs now. Lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. And not any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? This is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, then I spent the day getting the badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief released himself as directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Well, at least we got a name. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emmett did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman's charged with a crime scene. Hurry up, pal. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Yeah, hey pal, that's the detective's ID card. I just keep that, you have to turn into the police. People like you to get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning he dropped his card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman? He's the victim. That's what I thought. Well, can you tell us more, Gumshoe? I also eat the other evidence in his face while I'm thinking about it. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got a word for diligence myself. Yeah. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he forgot. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for wearing that award. And following naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Let's be the rumors again. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. Huh. But what drives Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have, someone must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Part of that do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Or Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? I want to find a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Oh. I didn't realize they're both the same, give the exact same description. Oops. You know what? Sure, tell me about this. Oh. Alright, fine. At least we got information out of this and more topics of interest. So, this ID card belongs to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. Hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And that is confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again. I remember. It was like it just happened yesterday, or the past 2 days. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, or at least shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, the Sedgwicks always had unusual strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. Sheesh, I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case is starting a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is he's aiming for chief prosecutor position himself. Nani? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. So Edgar's biting the bullet on this one, doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling this case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? Guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. The Marshall? He's some kind of Wild West sheriff or something. No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction, Chief Detective Gumshoe, allows Barrett to investigate the crime scene. Oh. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Well, guess we're heading back to the scene of the crime again. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Well, looks like the investigation is still going. I have to begin it back to the shop. Sorry, like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh. For a second I thought it was Marshall. Oh, you're here. Oh. What a surprised looks. Didn't I mention I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too? What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to be put in charge of a crime scene. Especially with him trimming his beard like that in a crime scene. You can't see him now. There's something I want to ask you. Seeing the crime, old grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Don't have to remind me twice. Here, I eat this evidence in your journal face. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, family this to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cool dog? I mean cow dog? You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves he's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Yes, I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. That crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, blues are calling. Welcome to our gold mine. You like the settler? Strike for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigation like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Well, I say I won't be needing this anymore. I guess since I can slide again. Let's actually check out the car now that I actually have permission, quote unquote. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. I dream of a day where I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. It's like one of those like rotating. I think I've seen this like Fast and the Furious. Like it's a rotating parking lot, I think. Where you park your car and like it's like in like a. I don't know what they call it, but I think I know what it is. This appears to be a car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Murder took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Why a luxury car? It just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutor hit the big bucks. What's this? It's like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right, let's see. 67S122. There's a name printed on the paper about that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed? Well... So... what does that mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Sir Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Okay, it's a note. Sometimes a note is just a note. This rope, is it? Yep. Now the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. I still think glass half full sort of person. The block is just through there. That's where the visitors park. I can see the lens flame car over there, far in the distance. Hey, right. I do like the cute design on the door. You see a cartoon cow munching down a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Guess I already missed out on much. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysts would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's scientific about that? Maybe check it out? I mean, it's evidence. I mean, it's on the crime scene, so it's legal, right? It's like the 3-second rule when you drop food. Sort of. Sometimes a phone is just a phone. Oh, I could zoom. Didn't realize. Yeah. This film's still on the retail screen. Retail? Mr. Wright? Most photos keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just push a blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? Surprised you didn't know about it. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but even I don't think Even though I know about things like retail. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's just check the phone out. Old-fashioned flip phone. Now see who the owner of this phone called last. With the sound for the defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes a button. Okay, that's pretty kick-ass. Hey, a song. I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed me down on that phone there, on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? On the ground over there. Whose is it? It belongs to the Chief Prosecutor Sky. Nani? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken to custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. It's like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. Sorry, that was my phone. Nani? Your phone? Yeah, it's kinda strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. Shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Ah, crap. I said the raft, the Lone Star Patrolman. Property Atlanta Sky, last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. No. I guess I'm not reaching for the stars just yet. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty dog in there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. He means a witness, Miss Angel Star. 2 R's. And stabbed to the chest. Fine piece of work. Here's your autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive? Goodman was a particularly gifted detective. One reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems. Calling an unarmed man to shoot at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? Calling me out? He shoot you here for that in Texas. Yeah. I was one of the new fancy shoe detectives 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So, why are you in charge? And no reason. Just short on hands right now. Been an eye out in the meantime. That's odd though. The Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Important at least. Nothing but a sad old cow dog. Can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? The cow dog's been kicked out of the rattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet. It's a Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. So there's no connection between Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. Prosecutor Morrow's noted to Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister? You were... Nothing between this cop and her sister I know about. I apologize, Bambina. It must have gone to me. Maybe I dry wind is a blowing to the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Asher has been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and rage testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, till he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? The prosecutors we're talking about, evidence is everything to them. You follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? I hate to say this, but your sister, Bambina. You prosecuted the last guy. Nani? My sister? Edgeworth can arrest all those cattle by himself. When people load the guns with bullets, people load them with deals. Wait, you're saying Edgeworth was taking deals to win cases? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. A big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Gumshoe was taking up the case? Did they target him because he was the closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? Guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that still bothers me is that Lynn is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. Nani? I think it's a catchy tune. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? Phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? Sorry. Can you tell me what she talked about? He hung up right away. See. The last call was to her sister at that time, okay. The detective is murdered and the suspect is a top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. I think this is where I'm gonna have to end things off for today. I'll leave the rest of the future be to solve next the following week, but we did at the very least finish off the Turnabout goodbyes, but I guess I'll call it off. I don't want to leave myself wondering what exactly I've been doing, what exactly I've been trying to solve and trying to piece together evidence. So, yeah, good stopping point for today. So tomorrow we'll be resuming. We'll be resuming the XCOM files. I believe we're like in the middle of August, if I recall. In the meantime, let's see. Eric's doing stuff. You know what? Actually, no, because I just thinking about who to rate for today. But tomorrow for sure, we're resuming the XCOM files. We'll go rate Super Hobbit. They're playing some Oblivion. I want to say it's probably cursed because it may be, but it may just be the Oblivion playthrough. Yeah, it is. So I'll go rate Super Hobbit. A pretty chill person. We'll be resuming Phoenix Wright. At least trying to finish this case off. I'm hoping it's the final one for the first game, and then we'll see how the rest of the week goes for that. But for now, we're gonna race Super Hobbit. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do playing the XCOM files for a couple days and go from there. So, till then, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.